Hey, what's up guys, Lex here bringing you a new video, and today I'm bringing you another news type video for LEGO. At the time of recording this, the new Minecraft crafting box hasn't been released yet, which I said I would cover, but the DC minifigure series officially got revealed, images, or at least good ones, so I decided to take a look at this, because I am going to pick some of these up. I definitely like the brand, I guess, and especially some of the figures. It's going to be a quick thought video, at least I hope so. I don't drag it out too long, but yeah, I love the packaging on this, especially the box, and let's get right into the minifigures. I don't want to make it too long. Alright, first off we got Aquaman in not one of his typical, costumes or appearances. This reminds me of Aquaman from the animated series, the Justice League Unlimited, or perhaps just Justice League, I don't remember. But I remember him having a hook hand there. He definitely had it in the comics as well, in certain iterations, but I just can't think of it in the top of my head. It reminds me of the animated series Aquaman quite a bit, so that's what I'm going with. And he looks pretty good, has a good amount of detail. Personally not interested in him, but if I get him, I won't be disappointed, because obviously they come in random bags, so I can't really guarantee myself the ones I would want, so that's the whole point of these blind bags. Alright, next up we got the classic Batman, the first iteration of Batman. I think it was in Detective Comics 27, something like that. Not too knowledgeable on it, but he looks pretty good. He has a blue battering, which is a nice little piece. He comes with a cape. He just doesn't come with a cape in this image, but yes, he typically comes with a cape. Looks like a good figure. Wouldn't mind picking him up. Not high in my list, but I probably would want to get him. Next up, we're going to move on to Batmite, which is probably my favorite figure in this series. Obviously, if you don't know Batmite, what can I say? All-powerful being. He's a big fan of Batman, and that's about as far as it goes. Very comic relief character. His cowl piece is really nice. It's a little bit bent from the typical Batman piece. Overall, he's depicted really well, and he also comes with a Detective Comics print right there. I'm definitely going to want to get that, so yeah, overall looks pretty good, and the accessory isn't half bad either. Next up we got Bumblebee from Teen Titans. I definitely remember her from the original Teen Titans TV show. Not the really old one, but the Teen Titans most of us grew up with, and I don't mean Go. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Nothing too spectacular about her, but it's a new character, so I can't complain. Next up we got Classic Cyborg. Now this figure has a ton of detail. If you just look close at it, from the legs to the arms to the new helmet mold to the minifigure head, it's all really good. I didn't like him at first, but then I realized, you know what? This is a really good figure, so I'll probably pick this one up as well. If Fate is on my side. Speaking of Fate, I wanted a Dr. Fate in this series, but that's a different topic for another day. Anyways, good figure overall. Now let's move on to the next figure. Here we got Jay Garrick, the Golden Age Flash, and this is probably my second favorite figure because it's Jay Garrick. Come on, it's the Flash. He's a pretty good figure. The helmet might be a little bit too big, but besides that, everything else is pretty much perfect. He looks good. Not much else to say. I really like that figure, and time to move on. Next up we got the Green Lantern, the Simon Bass version. The figure looks great overall. It's another Green Lantern, not bad to have, but his accessories are exceptional. We finally get that printed Green Lantern ring piece, which has been missing for a while. So it's finally great to get that. We also get a Green Lantern mold, so that's great. That's to obviously represent the charging station for the Green Lantern itself. Really good figure, definitely one I'm going to want. And we'll see what happens with those blind bags. Next up we got Huntress. She looks pretty good all around. Not really one I'm wanting, but it is great to get the first iteration of her finally, and I'm sure it's gonna please a lot of DC fans. I mean, I put myself in that category too, but I'm not particularly interested in this figure, at least not as much as the other ones. Alright, good figure. Next up we got Metamorpho. This is a figure I like. This is a character I've always liked. He's not like a big character, he's more of a niche character, if you want to put him in that category. He was definitely in the Justice League Unlimited TV series, and also Young Justice. That's the main places I know him from, which isn't a lot, but from the short time I've seen him, I like his character, and I like his minifigure, representing pretty much that he can turn into anything. I especially like that clear leg. Curious on how that would look in person, but yeah, it's definitely another figure I would like to get. Next up, we got Mr. Miracle. I don't know too much about him. I think he's a new god, but from what I've seen of him, he looks very accurate. I know he's a very essential character when it comes to dealing with new gods, and Dark Side especially, but that's about as far as I know from him. Not too knowledgeable on him, but he looks pretty good. Next up, we got Cheetah. This is probably my least favorite, not because it's a bad figure, just because I have not that much interest. This is the first appearance Cheetah in the comics, so yeah, I think they captured it pretty well. I know people are liking the accessory, the money bag. Not too interested in that either. It's a good piece, just wouldn't have a use for it myself. But yeah, it's a good figure, just zero interest in it. Especially knowing that we're probably going to get Wonder Woman sets with its own iteration of Cheetah. Next up, we got Joker from the Dark Knight Returns, Rises, the animated movies. From what I've seen, looks pretty accurate. I love the white suit. Definitely a different take on the Joker. New hairpiece, a Joker card, and I get some con candy. Pretty good figure. I don't know. He's like in the middle. I wouldn't be upset if I got him, but he wouldn't be first on my list. That's for sure. Next up, we got Sinestro in his classic appearance, his first appearance. He's looking pretty good all around. That face definitely looks like Sinestro, so they got that right. Then we got the Yellow Lantern accessories with the Yellow Lantern itself and the Yellow Lantern ring print for the Sinestro Corp. So it looks good, the same as the Green Lantern ring. Nothing to complain about there. Moving on. I know I've been probably rambling for too long for this to be a short video. Okay, let's keep going. Stargirl. She looks good. Not too interested in her. I know she's going to get a bunch of like TV series or something focusing on her in the near future of DC Entertainment, but was never really that interested in the character. But her figure looks really great. I wouldn't mind getting her. Just don't know too much about her character. Next up, we got Superman from the Rebirth comics. That's what his suit is based out of. And I mean, it looks good. The suit looks good. A lot more printing, but to me, it's just more. It looks too close to the basic Superman figures that we get in retail sets. So, not too interested in that. The accessory he gets is a Daily Planet newspaper, which is pretty good. You can see closely. The picture is him holding up the plane, stopping the plane from crashing. So that's a really nice historical moment of Superman. Next up, we got first iteration Wonder Woman. And from what I can tell, yeah, that's pretty much how she would look like back then. Pretty decent figure. Not too interested in her, but she got some nice pieces and accessories and stuff like that. So, not a disappointing figure in the slightest. And that pretty much does it. I hope this video didn't go on for too long. I really want this to be like a short little update video, thoughts video. But yeah, I'm just probably increasing the video time as I'm speaking more. But overall, I like this series. I was excited when the DC series was announced. I was hoping for honestly better figures like, oh, I don't know, Dr. Fate. You know, characters like that. Maybe a re-rendered or a new Deathstroke. But pretty decent figures here. Definitely going to pick some of these up. I heard this minifigure series is also going to go up in price by $1, so they're going to be $5 a pop. So I don't know about that. But overall, yeah, I enjoy this series for sure. But anyways, guys, that's about it. Now time for a word from our outro spokesman. Hey guys, quick little segment at the end. As you can see, over 80% of the viewers on the channel aren't subscribed. And with the new FTC stuff coming up, my videos won't really get recommended, or maybe not even get comments anymore. I don't know. It's uncertain at the moment, but you know, if you don't want to miss any of that, feel free to subscribe. I usually never ask for subscribers, but you know, if you're interested, go ahead. Okay, that's it. Have a nice day.